everyone, I'm Sarah Wingfield, Kawaii Decora, and I am here to address some public misinformation that is going around about me and causing me harm. I am a blogger, an advocate, a charity worker, a community worker, and a disabled individual myself. I was admin of the Living in and Around Darlington group for a long time, and I challenged two posts by a certain man because he was referring to disabled people as being lazy. I provided sources. I explained that it was educational. I did not start any war. I do not attack people. I do not condone people being attacked. I'm sorry if my phone is a little shaky. I do have chronic pain right now, and I am in the middle of working on a Cliff Alternative magazine. I amplify voices within the community and I challenge harmful behaviour, whether they're organisations, individuals, councils, systems. I will speak up for people and I will take the hate on their behalf. I will take the heat. Because what I do is important. I was bedbound, housebound. I've been given a second chance at life. And I am going to make the most of it. I recently named individuals in my blog to make people aware, that, I'm trying not to shake, I apologise, that people are targeting me because they're now coming to family and friends and things. And I named 4 people that I recommend people avoid and block. There's no malicious intent, there's no malice or harm intended. These 4 people, however, do intend harm. They have been harassing me and I've blocked all of them. Yes, I did message one of the ladies trying to resolve things when she made it perfectly clear it couldn't be resolved. I told her I would be removing her from the groups since there's no resolution and I will be blocking her, and I have done. She has since made false allegations alongside this gentleman against me that has led to real-life reputational harm. I was defaulted as the group owner when the owner left of Living in and Around Darlington, which I've now named Living in and Around Darlington UK. As such, me and the other admin were butting heads because we were clashing on some moral disagreements. Basically, I challenged this man a 3rd time in comments about misinformation and harm. And one of the admin told me that because that's my advocacy, challenging misinformation, advocating for disabled rights, she told me I'm not allowed to advocate. I'm not allowed to do that. I said, you knew. That's what I did when I came on as admin. They told the gentleman they've been supporting, who was actually abusive and who has been making false allegations, they told him to remove my advocacy comments that challenged his misinformation. I found out other things that had happened behind the scenes, including the leaking of anonymous names, which I do not condone. I was not aware of that at the time. I have since fixed that. And I tried to talk to both admin in regards to sorting it out, because they both tried to remove me from the group because I won't stop advocating for disabled rights and I don't condone his abusive behaviour like they do. They couldn't remove me because the group defaulted to me. I don't know whether that's because I'm Meta verified or otherwise. However, this was an opportunity to safeguard the community. So I removed those admin. The way they are behaving currently, inciting hate, doxing, and enabling the false narratives and this abusive gentleman just proves that it was the right decision, and I stand on that. I don't know these people personally. I never did. The things they're saying about me prove they never researched me, they never Googled me, they never even looked into who I am. I have since been removed from You Know You're From Darlow When by admin, because instead of fact-checking and doing due diligence, they are repeating harmful, false allegations and narratives pushed by this organised hate campaign, this group of people. If your biggest achievement this year is to sabotage and see the downfall of a charity, community worker and disabled woman, then that isn't the flex you think it is. I blog, I vlog, I document the ups and downs of my life, and I have done for a very, very long time. I've had previous blogs to the one that I run now, and I am absolutely allowed to name 4 of some of the people, these are the main ones, on my blog. So my family and friends, when approached by them, know who they are, know what they're doing. And so the others that haven't been approached by them yet can block them. I don't care if I'm being named on social media. I don't care if people have an opinion about me. Freedom of speech is important. I do not silence people. I will not silence people. What I do not condone is misinformation, false narratives, justification for abuse, accusing me of false wars over challenging 2 posts of misinformation, and wanting to make the B pay. That's hostile. This man was abusive to me previously, was abusive to other group members, and he has been told on multiple occasions about his behaviour, and he's that abusive to the point that I have evidence of sharing some of what he was trying to post in the group with ChatGPT for a second opinion. ChatGPT outlined the harm, the incite and of violence. ChatGPT used words like racism rhetoric. I didn't. I asked ChatGPT to help me articulate in a way he wouldn't be abusive or reactive. And I did that. I used their words, neutral, supportive, literal, to explain why some of the posts weren't being submitted, to explain why his behaviour is unacceptable. And it didn't matter. This person still chose abuse. 2 of my estranged family members have since joined in. They don't know me. I haven't known them for years. They haven't involved me in family matters. In fact, they've done spiteful and nasty things to exclude me, specifically, especially after I got out of my housebound and bedbound situation. Their dislike of me is not my weight to carry. I know who they really are. I tolerated a lot of their behaviour when I was growing up with them. I no longer tolerate it now. And since they've decided to get involved, I have blocked them. But this is how harmful hate campaigns are, because hate is so loud that people believe things that are repeated over and over again, as opposed to things that they can actually research and fact check and go, oh, this isn't true. So the You're From Darlow Wen community group has bullied, ostracised me, been unprofessional and biased. This is not a defamatory statement. This is fact. This can be backed up with evidence. They have repeated rhetoric that I can prove in a court of law is incorrect. And they use that to justify the removal of myself. I do things in pain. I'm still shaking, I apologise. I've been anxious over the last week. I'm a mother of a child. People are targeting me. I've felt unsafe to go home. I don't care how people take that. I'm not here for a pity party. I'm not here for your validation. I'm not here for your judgment. I'm not here for, she's making... I don't care. I do not care. This is me. This is how I feel. This is my words. You don't know me. You can't speak for me. And I am so tired of people trying to speak for me. No abuse is ever okay, and I will happily leave that group. I've unfollowed their page. I've left them positive feedback. That's staying up. I hope they help the community and continue to do so, and I thank them for the time they had me in the group. Life lessons can be blessings because it shows you how not to be. So I know how to admin my groups. I know how to build and keep safe spaces. I don't appreciate taking consequences of things I haven't done. I don't appreciate my whistleblowing and my passion for justice to be twisted into me being the problem. I am not ashamed of receiving a community protection notice, for asking for an apology, for going to a female support group after being raped and asking them to remain impartial with me seeking the apology. They didn't remain impartial with me seeking the apology. That verbal agreement was between that group and the police and myself. I am allowed to step away from spaces that are harmful. I sent a formal complaint to them. The other group I supported and raised money for is a disability support group. A gentleman of there decided to defend abusive behaviour towards me that I was seeking the apology for, and taught me that all disabilities do not matter. I no longer go to council meetings because these people that have provided false statements to the police for their own narratives are on the council. If I have to go on behalf of a citizen or a community worker or a constituent, I absolutely will, and I'll face my abusers in that room for them. But I am not putting myself in front of abusive people anymore. My hate campaigns keep coming. No one supports disabled women. That's a lie. Some people support disabled women, and the people that are supporting disabled women I appreciate. But most people don't. The attack on the disabled in the media and the stigma is part of the problem. I work 3 jobs unpaid. We are part of your community. We are not lazy. PIP is not an out of work benefit. That being said, my disability advocacy is not a guise. The K-Doll, I wrote a lot of those songs while I was bedbound. It's a mental health aspect. Music saved me. I want my music to save other people. Yeah, some of them are explicit and cringy and satirical, but that's what a juggalo is. Look into horrorcore, look into ICP, look into juggalo. So some of them aren't suitable for public consumption, but the rest of them are mental health awareness, chronic pain support, homelessness awareness, and you can see that in my music and in my songs. I am trying to build a sole tradership. I am trying to build a brand. There is no agenda other than I just want to have a nice life. I want to be comfortable enough to afford my pain management. My brand, my community work, everything that I do, anything that, I make pennies on monetization on Facebook. At the end of this year, I might be able to buy a coffee. Things like that go towards my pain management, my community projects, the CIC I am trying to build with colleagues. We will be having hubs in Darlington, Stockton, Bishop, Durham, Aycliffe. We are looking to do that. So I am a part of Darlington community, and I have been for a very, very long time. Aycliffe Alternative magazine shines lights on organisations and charities within the community. And just the other day, I tried to share a missing pet post and couldn't because I'd been removed from some Darlington groups. You are preventing me from helping other people, raising awareness, amplifying voices, sharing posts to raise funds. I am allowed to self-promote at the same time. Let that sink in. I self-promote because no one supports me, and I'm used to that with self-promotion. There are a minority of people that have started to support me, and I have worked very hard to build the network that I have now, and I appreciate their support. But if you don't self-promote, nobody's going to know you exist. And the proof is there because people don't even know me. If I self-promoted so much, don't you think everybody would know who I am, would know the work I do, and false narratives would not be believed? No, I put community first, and I will continue doing that whether people see that or not. I don't condone hate campaigns. This is my personal vlog. And I am leaving the malicious behaviour in the hands of the authorities. If you remove me from your community spaces, you are harming your community, and that is your responsibility, not mine. I will respect the removal. I will unfollow your pages like I have, and I will step away. But I will run my group safely, fairly, where people are valued, where people are heard, and where people aren't attacked for saying what they want to say. As long as they're not swearing, as long as they're not abusive, they are entitled to their opinion. People deserve safe spaces where they can discuss matters close to their heart, discuss things that are bothering them. We don't know what people are going through in their own lives. So don't add to people's struggles and don't make things harder. This is Sarah Wingfield. I'm proud of everything that I do, and I'm not stopping. I'm not quitting. You can bully, you can abuse, you can do what you want. I'm stubborn. I'm staying. Lots of love.